Welcome to Every Way Woman, and the question for today is, are you in control of your money or is your money controlling you? Stacey, I wanted to talk to you about this a little bit. You know, for a lot of us women, we feel like we're doing everything we're supposed to. We've got our education, we've got our marriage, our kids, and it feels like you've got it all. But somehow it still feels like you're trapped for a lot of women out there. You know, for a lot of women, is money holding them back? You know, because even when you're making a lot of money, you might not have the freedom to do what you want.
It depends on decisions that they've made. Oftentimes, you work, you may want to stay at home with your children, or you may want to pursue your passion, but you're tied down to bills and different responsibilities. So at some point, it can be a hindrance. And at some point, you can also say, you know what, the heck with it, I'm going to take a leap of faith, providing you have a little stash put away, and you're going to pursue your dreams. It just all depends on where you are and where you want to take your next level. Absolutely.
All right, great. Well, we're going to open the dialogue up a little bit. And Cinderella, you know, I have a few friends who are entrepreneurs or freelancers, and they love that freedom of doing what they want. But, you know, that security of a paycheck would sure be nice on a lot of days. And I know you're an actress and an entrepreneur as well. Does it ever, you know, make you feel like, you know, I'm going to forget all this because I just want to have a steady income coming in?
Every now and then where there's the slow times, but for the most part, I think that it's really important that when you do get those big paying jobs that you invest your money, you know, and invest it in things that are credible, like property or something like that. That way, you know, like if you buy a duplex or something with like a big, you know, commercial of like maybe 90,000 or something like that, if things get slow, you can use the rent from that. You know, so I think it's just, being responsible when you do get that big sum of money and not blowing it off right away. And then that way it kind of keeps you, you know, during the iffy times.
Yeah, it really takes a lot of planning because you might need to fit, you know, income that you're getting for 3, 4, 5 months into a whole year. And you know, a lot of people can't do that because they're like, there it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely. So Jezlan, you know, what about for those people who are out there and, you know, they're doing their dream jobs, but obviously the economy is tough out there and they get laid off? Is it time to, you know, go to plan B and do the cubicle job or just do whatever it takes to make ends meet? Or do you just never give up on that dream?
Just because somebody has to go to plan B doesn't mean they've ever given up on the dream. And I think that's very important because a lot of creatives fear, you know, going for something stable because that means that they've given up, and they haven't. Even I can speak personally to this. I work a job 6-7 days a week, but I still pursue the dream. And just because I have to provide for myself doesn't mean that I've ever let go of that. Now, granted, if I had the money, would I be working or would I just be pursuing? Probably, but there's nothing wrong with that. And who knows, you might find a new opportunity in working that job that's going to provide for the dream.
You never know what might come along the way.
And I think it's also a good time to be creative and brainstorm. You know, like a lot of times it's an opportunity to be more creative. A lot of creative, successful people have became successful from recessions. You know, you just have to think out the box sometimes.
And you know, you make a good point. I think society tells us that we have to live on X.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who are saying, you know what, because of my passion, because of my purpose, I'm gonna live on Y. So I'm okay with eating burritos every day to get there. No, because I think society tells us we have to have a house, 5 cars, and
whatever your neighbor has,
whatever
you
your
need
neighbor
to have.
has. And some people would say, I'm okay living in a studio until I can make it happen.
Exactly.
And people should be okay with their decisions.
Well, I have a couple friends who, you know, they have that situation. One has a really steady income, you know, the wife has a steady income, but the husband, he's a writer. And so what he does is he'll take, you know, a standard job for 3 to 6 months, he'll save up the money, and then he'll take the rest of the time off to write. It's a real struggle because, you know, she's just, you know, by the book, hey, you know, you've got to work every single day. And so it's really, you know, for her, she has to think outside the box. But I wanted to ask you, Holly, is it ever too late to start over?
Oh, absolutely not. And I think circumstances dictate that you don't have a choice. Excuse me, you don't have a choice sometimes when things happen and you have no control over them. And yeah, you just pick yourself up by the bootstraps and pull all your resources and do what you can. And even if you have to go backwards a little bit or perceive to go backwards and not do what you want, I think when you get to your goal and your dreams, then it makes it all that much better.
And I think
you know the sacrifices
it's important to point out that that can happen at any age, whether you're 18,
Absolutely.
quarter life crisis at 25, that I had one, or you're 50. It doesn't matter. It's never too late to pause.
It's never too late. And on that note, we're going to take off right now, but we'll be right back with more.
That's good.